evil Emperor Zurg. His robotic army is stealing crystalline fusion power cells. Without those cells, we'll all be powerless and at the mercy of Zurg.
Together we will defeat Buzz Lightyear. Stop, you fools! I need more power! You do not want to power! And stop when
We've got Zurg on the run. Blast him with everything you got.
That was fun, huh? Buzz Lightyear. Underrated ride. We're going left because we have a fast pass. It's 65 minutes right now. Stand by. For you guys, fresh baked! This is a strange sight. Tomorrowland Terrace is completely closed. Everything is closed. I don't even know how to process this. There's nobody here eating food. I've never seen that before.
Seated until the monorail comes to a complete stop. Then collect your belongings, watch your head, and step carefully from the train.
The Hub on Main Street. It's noon at Disneyland and it's feeling pretty good right about now. So I just wrapped up my guided tour from the good folks at Mouse Expedition, some new friends that Fresh Baked. I know I didn't do a lot of filming during that tour. I was trying to keep you guys posted as I went along, but that was pretty cool. These guys are personal guides, maybe not guides, escorts. Well, they are guides, but really what they are is like somebody in your corner, like a good friend at Disneyland. It really helps you sort of navigate your way through the park, especially if you don't come that often or if you don't know what the most expeditious way is to do something. That's what they are. These guys are efficiency experts, and that was pretty cool. We got a lot done in half a day, and I had a good time with that. You know, one of the things I like best about these Mouse Expedition crew, it's not about, they try to keep a low profile, actually, which is pretty cool, because I like that it makes it's more about you and your day as opposed to them. They're pretty much just there to help you get you through your day. I think it's great. So if you guys are looking for the ultimate Disneyland guide, I suggest that you take a look at Mouse Expeditions. There's a link in the description of this video that you can use. Yeah, so I definitely recommend you guys taking a look at that. Click that link in our description, check them out, and they'll customize an experience for you, create an itinerary, and really make it the best possible day you can have at Disneyland. Well, I think that's my cue to go to DCA. And you know why? I'm starving! On our way to DCA and to Paradise Garden Grill, actually Boardwalk Pizza and Pasta to be exact. Let's do a little Ask Fresh Baked. Yesterday I asked everybody to, provide us some questions, some things you guys want to know about either Fresh Baked or the park or whatever. And our first Ask Fresh Baked will be for Noreen Rollman. Noreen wants to know where we came up with the name of, or how we came up with the name of Fresh Baked Disney. It's a pretty fun question for me. As it turns out, a long time ago, some of you probably know, we were once the Disneyland Report. I chose the Disneyland Report because I just wanted to come up with a fairly generic Disneyland name. But it turns out that there is already a Disneyland Report. When I submitted my request for that URL, you have to get my website. I put in the Disneyland Report, which obviously was available, but there was already just Disneyland Report. And so after about, I don't know, it was a few months, maybe 6 months or whatever, I decided to stop running videos in the website for Disneyland Report and start a new site. This was actually a pretty difficult decision for me because we had a very robust 300 subscribers at the time, and I didn't want to lose any one of you, but it turned out okay. We have, quite a few more than that now these days, but yeah, so in coming up with the new site, I had to come up with a new name. And part of my process for coming up with a new name was that I didn't want to do a generic name like Disneyland Report. I wanted to have something that obviously incorporated Disney, but also was something completely unrelated to Disney. Just something that was catchy, that sounded interesting. And so I wrote down 20 or 30 different names on index cards, and I gave them to family and friends and asked them to sort of rank their top 5 or top 10 different names. I wish I could remember some of them. They were pretty weird. I remember one of them was something like Super Fun Time Disney, or I don't know, it was very Japanese, the way they named their game shows or whatever. And part of that process, I remembered a long time ago, I used to have a girlfriend that lived very close to Disneyland. Whenever I would go to her house, I would drive by what is now a Coco's on Catella Avenue, and that sign, it was Coco's. I don't know if you know what that is. It's a restaurant, but they also sell baked goods, and the sign read that they bake fresh daily. And I don't know what it is, but I always thought that sounded cool. It had a certain rhythm to it, and I liked the way it sounded. And every time I drove by there, I'd always read the sign, and I still to this day, when I come to Disneyland, I think about that sign, Bake Fresh Daily. So that was my vote, Fresh Baked Disney. Now, Sarah and Candy and the Disney Ninja, they had their votes as well, and none of them picked Fresh Baked Disney, and so my vote ruled. I chose Fresh Baked Disney anyway. I don't remember what they wanted, but it certainly was not Fresh Baked. They didn't even crack the top 5 for those guys. But I think it turned out really well, because now we have that catchy slogan that we use, thanks to Candy and her using that early on. So there you go, Noreen. Fresh Baked Disney is called what it is because of a sign outside of a Coco's that told me to say that. All right, thank you, Noreen. This one's for you. Fresh Baked.